Yeah, man, this is just what we do, you know. We make videos every day, you know. I just did a social experiment. I just went down the shop just like this to see if anyone batted an eyelid, and no one did. Basically, I got looked at by a few people, but I did start a bit of a chit chat about with the woman at the shop about this kind of look, and she was like, "I think you're going to get arrested." So I didn't get arrested. I didn't get strip searched. Didn't get laughed at. Nothing. But it was only a little walk down the shop. I like doing shit like this sometimes. I just literally thought, what if I look like a fucking wannabe gangster on total purpose? And just see if anything gets said. Just see if anything gets said. But my glasses are steaming up. So I'll at least do that. Whew. I'm getting out of breath. Can't breathe with a fucking hanky over me fucking mouth. But yeah, what did I want to talk about? What did I want to talk about? Those mismatches of understanding. Because they're so fucking difficult, man. Because it's one of those where I say, I can interpret you and you can't interpret me. But like the lateness is such a hard one. Because it's like the only real way to deal with it is to kind of joke about it. And that's what other people do, is joke about it. But very often, like when I get to a club, I'm either just transitioned from total isolation for the last 4 days into busy room, and I'm quite weirded out, or or I've come off the back of a 6-hour mission where I've been losing my fucking shit fucking hourly because I've lost the latest fucking thing, or the latest. It's just disasters just fucking happen once I get stressed. And like I remember a mate, I've mentioned it before, a mate phoned me and I had to end up saying to him later on, I think I put it okay, he's a good listener. But it was like, in a way, mate, your phone call was to try and help me. It made it fucking worse. And I hate saying that to you. Because, it's sort of like, for fuck's sake, I'm trying to help you. It's like, well, yeah. But you know what? He's not the sort of person to take that stuff personally. He's like, okay, so I tried something that didn't help. Doesn't mean I need to have a go at him for it. I often get stuck there when someone's tried to do something that they thought was helping and it didn't work. Me pointing out that it didn't work is the crime of the century and an accusation, and it leads to an argument. That definitely happens. On this occasion, it didn't. On this occasion, it didn't. But when he'd rung me, I'd literally said it was one of those like, I'm just getting out of the shower when you haven't had a shower. One of those, and it was like I'm just going through my checklist because I had my ADH desk, and everywhere had a space, and I was mentally checklisting it. But I was just starting to, and that's when I started losing things. But it was the fact that the phone call came that made me think, oh fuck, I'm late. They're waiting for me. I need to get there, and that flustered me, and then I was fucked. So I was laughing. I said, Angel, fact, you're trying to fucking hurry up. You made me 45 minutes fucking worse. Seriously, trust me when I say I know what I'm fucking doing. But it's like, I can come off the back of a 6-hour fucking mission and be like, and everyone else has been there a couple of hours. They might have been at work all day, or they were getting ready with some people. They met up at the pub. They've been socialising. They're at least a bit settled in to being around people before they go to an event. I'm not even settled to being around people, then I go to an event. And I'm fucking stressed when I get there, and I've got this... It's almost like I'm relieved it's over. I'm fucking angry at how much time I've lost again. And I'm going through worlds of shit, and I can't tell anyone about it. Because they'll go, oh, we're here now. It's like, I know, because again, you talk to the conscious, and the conscious is supposed to go, well, I'm here now, it's over, and everything's supposed to stop. But it doesn't stop. That's why it's an issue. That's why it becomes an issue. Because it becomes an issue socially when there's been a disagreement, and my continued is not a mood, but it looks like a mood. It looks like I'm holding on to it. It looks like I haven't let it go. Particularly if the misunderstanding has been that I was being selfish. Because then I'm coming across as not only was I being selfish, I'm fucking holding on to it. And when you get social anxiety anyway, and then you see real situations happen where you just look like a cunt, it doesn't help. It doesn't fucking help. But it's... What was the other one? The, that I've talked about. Oh, it's alright, doesn't matter. Oh, so what? So what? That's fine. Because again, all there is an objective snapshot of what that looks like to someone, not an understanding of what it has already felt like for that person. There's where the mismatch happens. Totally, for me, definitely. Because the misinterpretation. Now, I really do misinterpret things from a little sentence, and I know it's like to do with schemas and stuff. But I know I've had said the only reason I'll say this is because the geezer who was insistent on it actually had Asperger's. Asperger's. And he made me take the test. And it came out pretty high. And I was like, yeah, but that's an online test. He went, no, that's the one they use. That's the one they use. And then they'll diagnose you off the bat. He was going, I'm telling you, you've got Asperger's. However, I did speak to Dr. Blueberty at the time. And his feeling was, because of some other evidence of the sort of person I was and where I used to work, he said, I think you wouldn't be able to do that. And it was like, there was a much clearer picture of ADHD, yada, yada, yada. I've got enough diagnoses. I don't really want to chase another one. Unless I find that it becomes an issue that I'm seeing and something that I can treat and something that I can change, which is exactly why I wanted the labels that I've just been given, allowed to put. I can put letters after my name, put official letters after my name. Is there a patch? I hope there's a patch. But yeah, that one, and that kind of tendency to want to joke things off, which is a social norm. That's why it's difficult. That's why it's incredibly fucking difficult. You know, the social norm is behind but they didn't know. So that's what's happening when it's like, hang on, I'm getting this fucking massive flare up because of that. I talk to someone else, they instantly talk about the other person and sympathetically go, but they didn't know. What that means is, just shut up and accept it. That's how it comes across. That's how it fucking comes across. It's like, but I'm not saying that anyone's done anything wrong. I'm just saying, can you not do that? Or whatever. And it's difficult for me to come up with examples of these because of my working memory, because of they're all tied to emotional situations of confusion, of an inability to interpret the world around me. And a lot of that is to do with language and my interpretation of it. It seems to me that you've all got some sort of fucking code. It really does. When I talk about one thing, I'm told what I'm thinking. You can't go through life thinking this. It's like, I don't... What? And then I'll say one thing and people hear another a lot. It's the same with the dating game. Forget about it. I can't do it that way round. She says that, but she means that. Fuck right off. That is not fair. Not for someone like me. It's, you know, oh God. It's way more confusing. It's just so many times I see people being helpful with a bright smile on the face and being nice and hey, da-da. And I'm thinking, you don't get it. You don't get it. And it's that. That's why I'm always saying, people always say, I'm seeming to give my power away. No, I'm not giving my power away. You lot are pulling me to one side and coming up with all this fucking shit all the time. Get told off as much as I do. It's not caring what people think. It's being told off a lot. That's the difference. What you perceive as worrying about what everyone else thinks. And it's not just what they think, it's when they present things back to you as fuck all. In that, just, hey, so what? Kind of way. That can be really like, It doubts my fucking reality. Deeply within, and I'm suddenly thinking, what the... So it's not happening? I've literally got to the point of, so it's not happening, and so it is happening. So many fucking times in my life. That's where I came from. Oh dear. Got it wrong again, haven't you, Michael? Now just sit there and smile and be polite and watch yourself be subjected to yet another state of confusion over what's happening. They'll think everything's normal. They'll probably tell you you're smashing it. That's another one. You're smashing it. And I know that people really fucking mean it, but I don't know what they mean. Really. Because in this head, it's like, feeling this fucking shit every day isn't smashing anything. Sorry, it's not. Being this fucking confused, being this easily unseated by an argument in a coffee shop that came from nowhere, and being ill for the next 3 fucking days isn't smashing anything. It's not. It's not. But I accept the intent of it, and I know that people are being nice, and that's what makes it so infuriating. You think if all the people that were being nice knew all the few little adjustments to make, they'd be able to teach the other people about what's going on. And so much of it is under the assumption that, and again, this is how it comes across, that I am only going through the same as everyone else, and I am just making it worse because of how I am perceiving it, and it's all my responsibility. It's like, I've got a broken brain. It doesn't think properly. It fucking doesn't. But it manifests as behaviours, it manifests as thoughts, opinions, attitudes, ideas, mindsets, mental outlooks, all of that shit. Because it's fucked up, it's poisoned, it doesn't know how to make conclusions anymore. Which is what makes so many conversations so fucking hard. And that's the reason for my consciously avoiding society stuff. Because I just think, no, not in that sort of arena. In an arena full of loads of straight heads who will be trying to get to know me. And going, so what do you do then, Mikey? And how often do you do that? And just chit chat. Oh no, because there's no straightforward answer. And it often ends up with people going, right, and disappearing. And I just don't like it. It's to do with what people think, whatever. No, it's to do with how you're fucking treated and how you're continuously wrong again. Am I on the outside again? Am I doing this again? Am I causing it all myself again? But what the fuck, man? Yeah. But those are a lot of the things I need to change. How can I change them though? How can I change them? Because it's like every time I've tried to challenge things, I just get uppityness. I put it across the wrong way. I challenge maybe too aggressively. I don't know. But there's two sides to every fucking coin. And there's, the amount of times I am almost having to prove to someone that I know that they care. And it's all about them being hurt and them being upset. And it's just like, the fuck is this, man? What have I done again? Why have I upset people again? By not understanding I'm out of order. By being confused, I'm rude. I don't get it. But I know it's like the reason for a lot of my rants. That's what I was going to say. That's what I was going to start this video with, actually. It was my sort of thinking that becomes my rants. But it's that question on Netflix. Are you still watching such and such? Last I heard, most of my other tellies don't give a fuck if they're switched on or not. Why the fuck does my telly need to know if I'm watching it or not? It's a fucking telly and it's on. Has my telly got fucking low self-esteem issues that needs to know that what it's fucking showing is being watched? Or does it fucking want to watch the football instead? But the ludicrous thing is, you can only expect that question to be answered by someone if they are fucking watching it. If they have to answer fucking yes. If they weren't watching it, then we're going to see the question. Right? But by asking them that question, you force them into the position of having to say no. Because they were watching it up until you asked them that fucking pointless question, which you've now given another definite fucking answer to, which is no. I'm not fucking watching it anymore. Because I'm fucking reading a stupid question. And again, that is one of those things that, like, people, if people get where I'm on about, I can have people in tears when I start ranting about things like that. But a lot of the time, it's just my actual, and that's what makes it funny, is the genuine kind of like, But the thing is, that just shows, that's a funny way that it presents. That's an amusing way that it presents my sort of oddities in thinking. Apply those to social intricacies where everyone else has got an ego and everyone else doesn't want to be accused of doing anything wrong and will fucking soon shout you down if you think like you're fucking accusing them of doing anything wrong. Because that's how people get. Because we've all got an ego. We've all got an ego. Listen to how people disagree over who did what song. Yes, he fucking did. You fucking didn't. They get really, the edge is there. The passion's there. That same passion comes out when people feel like they're being accused of not helping or not caring or da-da-da. And it's all come from just miscommunication. It's all come from not knowing what the other person's saying. But I'm always diagnosed as being a cunt. Or it all being my own fault. Or I just need to sort my shit out. And that's what's impossible about it. And that's why people get more and more cut off. It's another reason why. Another reason why. It's that society going, but we're not doing anything wrong. We're not doing anything wrong. It's like, well, no, you're not. But when you point the stuff out, all you do is go, oh, that. Oh, no, that's not that. It's fine. And go, because you've got an automatic society that functions the way it is and you're used to it. And you don't know how quickly you breeze in and out of things like that until you're on this side of it. Until you're on this side of how society can just declare something invalid and nothing, and then you just feel how you're then treated. Get on the wrong side of society before you understand how bad society is. That's my advice. Be a punk or a rebel of sorts. Walk around dressed like a gangster. Or a fucking toy gangster. Yo, man. We don't fucking play, man. Today, Mikey's being a favourite gangster of his called Cat Dog. Oh, shut up.